God says, this is a message for you, and there are 30 minutes left. Archangel Michael is trying to reach you. He has been trying again and again. But you keep skipping. And when you skip, you hurt God's heart more than you know. This is not a joke. This is not something to ignore. This is not a message that should be glanced at and then left behind. God says, every time you ignore what heaven is trying to say, you make the angels weep. You make your own future tremble, because there are things that are being prepared for you, beautiful things, sacred things, but if you do not open your heart right now, you might miss it. You might miss what was meant to transform you forever. You will never be the same after knowing what this person has confessed about you. Their words were whispered in the quiet hours, where no eyes were watching, where only heaven could hear. They spoke things they never said out loud before. They revealed thoughts they buried deeply within their soul. And God heard them. God saw the way their heart broke. God felt every hidden cry, every silent longing, every buried regret. God says, I heard what they said about you. And I'm revealing it now, because it's time you knew. It's time you stopped living in the dark. 30 minutes left. You have been asking for signs. You have been pleading in secret. You've said, God, show me the truth. And now the truth is here. But what will you do? Will you skip again? Will you ignore the voice of the divine calling your name? Will you pretend that you're not the one this message is for? You are the one. You are the very one God has been watching closely. God says, I have counted your tears like drops of oil in a sacred jar. I have numbered your sleepless nights. I have seen the way you look at the ceiling and wonder if anyone understands the depth of your pain. And the answer is yes. Heaven understands. Archangel Michael understands. He has come to deliver this message. But time is running short. 30 minutes. That is all. And the message must reach your spirit now, or something vital will remain hidden from you. Something you are meant to know. Someone you once trusted said things about you that would shake the ground you walk on. Not in a way that would break you, but in a way that would free you. Because what they confessed is what you were always meant to know. They spoke from a place of deep emotion, of truth, of shame, of longing, of realization. They finally admitted what they could never say to your face. And what they said changes everything. Everything. But the clock is ticking. God says, this is your chance. This is your window. Do not close your heart. Do not scroll away. Do not delay. Because there is something waiting to be birthed inside of you. A truth that is so sacred, so explosive, so full of life, that once you see it, you will never go back to who you used to be. You've been searching for something, haven't you? searching for clarity, for closure, for understanding. You've whispered, "Why did they leave me like that? Why did they treat me like that? What did I ever do to deserve it?" And God says, "You did nothing wrong. You were pure. You were kind. You were real. And they knew it. That's why they couldn't face you. But now they have spoken. They've finally told the truth. And you need to hear what they said. Don't hurt God by skipping this again." Archangel Michael has been hovering close, trying to speak, trying to show you signs in the wind, in the sky, in your dreams, in the random thoughts that pass through your mind. He's been nudging your soul with urgency. But you've ignored it, thinking maybe it's just coincidence. It's not. There are no coincidences in the kingdom of God. Everything is orchestrated with intention. This moment, this very message, is your divine moment. You will never be the same after this. Because when you realize what they really thought of you, what they said about you when no one was listening, your heart will feel the fire of truth. You've spent so long wondering if you mattered to them. You've cried wondering if they even remembered your name. You've questioned your worth over and over, thinking maybe you were forgettable, maybe you weren't enough. But God says, you were never forgotten. You were never invisible. You were always more than enough. The truth is, they remembered everything. They carried your name like a sacred echo in their chest. Even when they acted like you didn't matter, they couldn't shake the memory of your presence. They couldn't forget your laugh. They couldn't escape the way you made them feel like someone real. And when they were finally alone, when the crowd faded and the noise died down, they spoke. And heaven listened. Now it's your turn to hear what they said. They said they still dream of you. They said they regret the way they treated you. They said they tried to move on, but no one ever matched your light. They said they wonder if you still think of them. And they confessed that if they had the chance, they would have done it all differently. Every single thing. God says, you need to know this. Not to go back, but to go forward. You need to know because you've been dragging their silence like a chain around your heart. You've been carrying unanswered questions like stones in your spirit. You've been blaming yourself for something you were never responsible for. But today, that ends. Today, heaven releases you. Today, truth breaks the chain. But time is short. There are only 30 minutes left. And if you turn away now, if you scroll past this message again, you'll keep walking with those invisible wounds. Wounds that God is ready to heal. But healing requires revelation. And revelation only comes when you stop and listen. God says, I've been speaking through signs. Through faces. through unexpected moments that stirred your emotions, through songs that suddenly played when you were thinking of them, through dreams that felt too vivid to be random, through memories that resurfaced out of nowhere. That was me. That was me trying to open your eyes. And Archangel Michael has been there too, sending waves of urgency, whispering, "Wake up. Listen. Open up quickly." But your heart has been guarded. Your spirit has been tired. And God understands. That's why He's reaching to you again now, more clearly than ever. This is your moment of awakening. They said you were unforgettable. They said no one saw them like you did. They said they tried to explain to others, but no one understood the depth of what they had with you. They said your love changed them, but they didn't know how to handle it. So they ran. They hid. And they made you believe you didn't matter. But God says, you mattered more than they could say. More than you will ever know. This isn't about going back. This is about becoming free. Free from guilt. Free from shame. Free from the heavy silence that's been sitting in your soul like a storm. God says, I want you to breathe again. I want you to laugh without that hidden ache in your chest. I want you to love again, not with fear, but with courage. But in order to love again, you need to be healed. And in order to be healed, you need to know what they said. So open up. Open your spirit. Let this truth flood your heart like the sun breaking through a long night. Let the words that were spoken in secret become your balm, your closure, your liberation. This is the moment your healing begins. Do not hurt God by skipping this again. Don't treat this as another message in a world full of noise. This is the message. The one your soul has been waiting for. The one your heart has been yearning to receive. The one heaven has sent to prepare you for what's coming next. Because what's coming is greater than you imagined. But you can't carry your old pain into your new blessing. You can't enter your next chapter with your spirit still tied to the confusion of the last one. God says, I'm rewriting your story. And I needed you to know this truth first. Finally, God is exposing what has been hidden. Not to shame, but to heal. Not to hurt, but to set you free. There are 30 minutes left. Archangel Michael says again, I am trying to reach you. Do not skip. Do not delay. This is not a joke. This is the truth that changes everything. More is coming. 30 minutes left, and the time is not waiting. The seconds are walking like they carry the weight of eternal revelation on their shoulders, and heaven is pressing through the veil of this world to get your attention. Archangel Michael is trying to reach you, not once, not twice, but relentlessly, knocking at the doors of your spirit, whispering in the winds around you, stirring the skies above your home. You always skip. You always scroll past, thinking maybe later, but the Spirit cries out tonight, don't skip. Don't hurt God by walking away from this message again. Don't pretend it doesn't matter. Don't silence the voice that is calling you by name. Because this right here, is not a joke. This is not entertainment. This is a soul-deep call for your awakening, a divine interruption for your protection, a heavenly reach for your destiny. Something was confessed. Someone who couldn't sleep, someone whose heart could no longer carry the weight of what they've done to you, finally broke down and spoke the truth. And if you knew, if you only knew, you would fall to your knees. You would weep. You would scream. You would understand why the heavens moved and why this message found you now. This is your moment. A line in the Spirit has been drawn. You will never be the same after this. Not because someone is watching, but because God is. Not because someone is judging, but because the light is. Something that was hidden has come to the surface, and the time for truth cannot be delayed. There's a soul who cried last night, yes, cried with hands trembling, shaking under the weight of guilt and memory and remorse. They said things that your ears were never meant to hear until now. They described your heart, your love, your loyalty, and how they mishandled all of it. They spoke your name with trembling lips. They confessed how they lied, how they twisted things to make you seem like the villain, when you were only trying to be good. Trying to be pure. Trying to love. And now, you have no idea what kind of harvest heaven is about to release because of what they said. A curtain is lifting in the spiritual realm, and the truth you thought you would never hear is about to echo. There is something sacred about this moment. This isn't fear. This is the trembling awe that comes when God breathes into your life. Yes, there are only minutes left. And you're being watched, not by people, but by the Spirit of Heaven that's been surrounding you since before you were born. The angels that walked beside you through seasons when you thought no one cared are now gathering again because a door is opening. But this time, it's your decision. No more delay. No more skipping. You know this is for you. God says, stop right now. Stop and receive this message. Not just read it. Let it fall deep inside you like thunder resting in the bones. Like rain sinking into the ground of a dry soul. Because you've been walking with heavy feet. You've been loving while breaking. You've been trusting while bleeding. You've been faithful to people who only used you to elevate themselves. And through all of this, God never left your side. But the pain has numbed you, hasn't it? The silence of unanswered questions has hollowed out part of you. The people who should have come to your side, never did. And those who smiled in your face, spoke lies behind your back. It's all real. Every time you felt like you were going crazy, you weren't. You were discerning. Every time you woke up from a dream that felt too vivid to be random, it was a sign. Heaven has been trying to reach you for so long. But you keep walking past it, thinking maybe tomorrow. And now there is no more tomorrow left in this specific call. It had to be tonight. It had to be now. Because someone finally spoke. And what they said, you will not believe. They said you were never the problem. They said they envied you. They said they lied on you because they couldn't stand to see your light shine so freely. They said you forgave too easily and that made them hate you more because they couldn't understand how someone like you could keep loving. And when they saw you smile, they plotted to confuse it. When they saw you giving, they tried to drain it. And now? They've broken down. They've confessed. To the wrong people at first, yes. But the words are out. Heaven caught every syllable. The truth has been sealed in the books of judgment. And it's about to swing open in your favor. But you must choose. Not to believe a person, but to believe God's timing. You must choose to hear with spiritual ears. You must know this is not random. You've been feeling like something big is coming. You've been dreaming about people from your past. You've been waking up at strange hours, feeling watched, feeling stirred, feeling like something is shifting. That's not paranoia. That's prophecy. You've been called into this moment. And what you do with the next few minutes could change the trajectory of your life. Heaven is trying to show you the truth, not to harm you, but to free you. To lift your soul out of the shadows and into clarity. Archangel Michael has been assigned to your life for such a time as this. He is not standing behind you. He's not ahead of you. He is beside you now. Waiting. Holding the scroll of what was confessed. Holding the truth in his hand. Ready to reveal. But it is your choice to open. You have felt the tremble. You have heard the call. And now you must act. Someone you deeply cared for, someone you cried over, prayed for, interceded for, finally told the truth about how much they hurt you. They even admitted things you never even knew happened behind your back. But the truth is, your soul always felt it. You were just too kind to believe it. You gave the benefit of the doubt until your spirit broke under the pressure. And still, you kept loving. Still, you kept forgiving. But your tears were not wasted. God bottled every one of them. And your reward is closer than you think. This message is for you, beloved. You are not forgotten. You are not crazy. You are not too late. But you must not skip. This time, you must not walk away. The next chapter of your life requires this awareness. The next blessing you are about to receive needs your soul to be clear of confusion. That's why heaven is interrupting your timeline with this moment of awakening. It's why this message is glowing in your chest right now. Because it's yours. A voice in the Spirit is crying out for you to listen. You've been strong for too long. But this is your restoration. This is your sacred clarity. This is your freedom from the lies. And soon, sooner than you think, people are going to come to you with wide eyes, wondering how you knew. Wondering how you survived. Wondering how you held your peace when the world tried to rob you of it. And your answer will be, because heaven told me. Because God reached me. Because I listened when the Spirit cried out through fire and thunder, through stillness and whisper. Right now, there are people who are watching your life like it's a story being written in the sky. They thought you would never recover. They thought you would lose yourself in grief. But they don't know the covenant you have. They don't know the light inside of you. They don't know the angels that surround your name. What was meant to destroy your faith is going to become the platform for your elevation. What was meant to confuse you is going to become the clarity that unlocks your next blessing. You will not be the same. Not because someone told you a secret, but because heaven chose to honor you. Because God saw every sleepless night, every tear on your pillow, every moment you bit your tongue to keep the peace. And now, peace is coming to find you. Restoration is coming to your doorstep. And the voice of Archangel Michael still echoes, 30 minutes left. Don't skip. Don't delay. Don't walk away. Don't let this pass you by. Because if you open your spirit now, if you receive what heaven is pouring out, you will be renewed from the inside out. This is sacred. This is holy. And this is yours. God blessings. God says, you have 30 minutes left, and I have been trying to reach you through dreams, through signs, through the silence between your thoughts, through the ache in your heart that will not go away. This message is not coming to you by accident. This is not entertainment. This is not just another moment you can scroll past and forget. This is sacred. This is divine. This is the final cry of love from heaven asking you to stop what you're doing, to open your heart, to stop skipping, because every time you skip, every time you ignore what I'm sending you, you are hurting the very heart of the one who has loved you more than anyone else ever could. I see you, my child, and I know that you have been surrounded by confusion, by voices, by burdens, but I am not just one of those voices. I am your Creator, and my voice holds the keys to everything you've been searching for. Archangel Michael has been standing near you, crying out with urgency, trying to send messages that could save your future, trying to awaken you before it's too late. You always say you want clarity, you want purpose, you want answers, but when I try to give them, you skip. Not because you are evil, not because you don't love me, but because the noise of this world has made it hard for you to recognize when heaven is knocking. 30 minutes, beloved, is all that stands between you and a truth that will change you forever. This is not a joke. You may think you have time later, but later has lied to many. What I am trying to show you now is urgent, eternal, and dripping with love you cannot even begin to imagine. You will never be the same after knowing what this person has confessed about you. Their words reached me. Their tears were real. They spoke of you when they thought no one could hear. And heaven listened. The angels leaned close. Archangel Michael took record. And I want to show you what they said. I want you to know the truth, not to harm you, not to break your heart, but to free it. You deserve to know who has been praying for you behind closed doors, who has spoken your name with reverence, with regret, with sorrow, with love. They thought about you when the world told them to forget. They believed in you when others mocked your name. But there was a moment, a crack in time, where they opened up, and what they said has the power to change the way you see everything. Open up. Don't wait. Don't scroll. Don't brush this off like it's nothing. My child, this is everything. You are safe. You are protected. You are not alone. God will be with you, rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you when you walk in obedience and faith. I know your heart has been betrayed before. I know you've been let down. I know that trusting is hard for you. But I am not like the others. I will not hurt you. I will not abandon you. I will not disappear when things get hard. I stay. I heal. I restore. I hold you through the nights when you think no one knows how deeply you're breaking. I know. And I've been waiting for you to stop skipping what I send, to open the words I wrap in urgency, to believe again in the impossible, in the miraculous, in the God who still parts seas and raises what was thought to be dead. The time is so short. I am telling you again, 30 minutes left. 30 minutes for your soul to open. 30 minutes before the moment passes. What I want to release into your life is real. There is a shift coming. There is provision prepared. There is a spiritual door that I have unlocked, and your name is written upon it. But if you skip again, if you ignore this moment, you may miss what I've spent years preparing for you. That's how sacred this is. That's how close you are. The tears you've cried in secret have been bottled by angels. The heartbreak you never spoke about, I know all of it. I've held your story in my hands, and I am about to rewrite it with glory, with redemption, with joy that will make the pain worth it. But I need you to trust me. Not halfway. Not when it's easy. Now. This message is for you, and no one else. I am not speaking in riddles. I am not hiding from you. I am screaming your name in the realm of the Spirit. Wake up. Open your eyes. There is more for you. There is still time to shift your path, to move toward the light I have ordained for you. Don't delay. Don't miss this moment. The person who confessed about you did so with trembling lips. They weren't trying to hurt you. They were finally being honest. And that honesty has opened a spiritual door that cannot be shut unless you ignore it. Unless you walk away again. I am not condemning you, I am pleading with you. Because what I've shown you, and what is about to be revealed, will make everything make sense. The years of confusion. The late nights of loneliness. The constant sense that something was unfinished, this is why. You need to open up now before your heart grows too callous. Before you talk yourself out of believing. Before the enemy convinces you that this is just another passing word. No. This is your divine appointment. This is the hour. Archangel Michael has been assigned to you, and you do not even realize how many times he stood between you and something that could have torn you apart. He is not just a figure in stories. He is real. And he has been standing near your bed at night, watching as you toss and turn, waiting for you to say, God, I'm ready. There is a release of hidden favor and divine provision that is about to flood your life like never before. I have set aside blessings that were once delayed, and I am making them available again, but only if you respond. These next 30 minutes are holy. Set apart. Sacred. Don't waste them. Speak to me. Let your spirit cry out. You don't need perfect words. Just a real heart. Just surrender. I know what you need before you even say it, but I need you to want me more than the world. I need you to choose me before you miss your moment. Someone you love deeply cried last night. They told me they wish they had never hurt you. They told me they still think of you when the room is quiet. And I listened. And I saw your name written in their tears. And now, I am offering you the chance to see what heaven sees when it looks at you. I am offering you the chance to feel the weight of the love that's been buried beneath fear and silence and pride. I am opening the door to restoration, not just of relationships but of your soul. This is the kind of moment that makes eternity lean close. This is not something to treat casually. The angels are watching. Heaven is leaning. Time is moving. And you have 30 minutes left. 30 minutes to say yes. 30 minutes to pray. 30 minutes to stop skipping and start listening. The person who confessed about you didn't think anyone would hear. But I heard. And I have brought you here to show you what it means. Finally, God is exposing what needed to be revealed, not to punish, but to free. I am not bringing shame. I am bringing clarity. I am not bringing chaos. I am bringing closure. Trust me with the truth. Trust me with your next step. Let me guide you through this. Let me heal what's been broken. Let me show you what you haven't been able to see for so long. The truth isn't here to break you. It's here to build you. Don't hurt me by skipping again. I'm not trying to control you. I'm trying to love you into freedom. I've waited for this moment. All of heaven has waited. 30 minutes left. And then the shift begins. Will you step into it? Will you pray? Will you trust? I am right here. And I will never let you fall. Open up immediately. You will never be the same, because what I am about to reveal is everything your heart has been longing for.